Spirit magic helmet. Hello.
Hello? Okay, there I go. Alright. This one goes out to Rye.
Wins.
I guess now I see Rye's here. Do you really want to see Pragmata more than Code Vein 2? Because I'm telling you, I spent $100 on that Code Vein game, and I haven't got a chance to play it at all. I suspect I get this out now. I haven't made any decision yet. I'm still riding the fence. And if you want, you could just send it to me in a DM on Discord. You don't have to, say it in the stream. But with that, as I am waiting for a response, if I get a response, Frieren episode 8, I believe, is Beyond's Journey's End. Just gonna pull up the episode. Don't mark that watched. That's a bad idea. Oh Lord. Hate that about these monitors. Hello? You gonna wake up again, dude? Please? No signal? Are you serious? I'm not talking to you. Sorry. I don't know why I called my monitor a dude, but that's what came out of my mouth. Okay, there you go. Pretty much we're here to talk about Frieren. Again, I don't think there's gonna be much said here. I think these episodes really are like just short and to the point, which is awesome, but kind of leads to me not having a lot to say. But episode begins outright with Frieren in the jail cell. Apparently she doesn't. I know last week we were arguing about her wording of using the word boss, who she was referring to. Well, not arguing, more like debating. Um, it looks like she just outright calls out Ari the guillotine. She doesn't say boss at all. Now I'm not entirely sure if that was something she said in the episode prior, and they changed it. I didn't even bother going back to check to see if that was something that happened. It seems odd that they would change the wording in the next episode, really the next episode right after. But she's talking to the one of the minions. I think his name was Garot. I think that's what they called him. But Garot pretty much uses demonic energy string to string Frieren up in the rafters, and apparently Frieren was fast enough to put like a protective barrier around her neck so she wouldn't get her neck snapped, and just outright destroys this demon. I gotta say, the savagery that she displayed there with killing him was ridiculous. I can't believe how fast and how like precise a lot of her strikes were. I didn't even know she had that kind of magic without her staff. Makes me kind of curious if she had her staff the entire time. I think she must have. She just preferred to use her hands for some strange reason. But I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, she definitely wasn't taking that fight very seriously.
I don't know if it was I don't know. I feel like she was taking it seriously with how much she was killing him. It seemed like kind of to me. She seemed kind of mean about it.
I get it, but the dude didn't even make it like to like the main episode. Like he was part of like the early episode teaser. Like he never had a chance.
I was just more commenting on how like savage it was because like I didn't know she had that kind of spell. I thought I thought
Which one?
mages. She was like I don't know what she was using, but it was like an invisible force or something like that she was using.
Now I need to rewatch that part of the fight. I don't remember. I don't remember the exact thing that she used. It didn't stand out in my head as like. Like,
Like, hold on, is it right here? Yeah, like I don't know what it was. It might have just been pure mana, but I don't know what that was she used. Could it cut off his arm, and then she used it again to cut off his head? No, she didn't cut off his head, but she used it again to slam him into the ground, and he just deteriorated, ceased to exist. It was like the most. And
oh,
it
that's what
happens
they always do.
like right there. It's almost like she had a giant blade of mana out of her hand that cut his arm off right there. You can see something literally severed his arm, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. She didn't even
Of
have
course, I
a.
looked away at the very moment that she actually did it.
Oh,
I don't get why that's not choking her as she's hanging there.
she's got a
Oh
mana
yeah, she
force
like
field.
sort of an air slice.
She got a mana thing around her neck. That's why it's not killing her. But it's like there's just a blade of something there that just severs his arm, and she continues to do that to him. It's to me, it was like the most like it was like most savage she's ever been this entire show. 8 episodes in. I mean, I know they call it Frieren the Slayer, so this is probably the point of it, but still, it was ridiculous. I didn't know she had that kind of magic. Like, I guess I mean, again, she had she could use Zoltrog, but still, it's just like the way she did it and how just it didn't seem like again, yeah, he wasn't a threat. I'm not fighting that. It's just that good lord, like for somebody that's not a threat, she really laid into him. Like if anything, she could have killed him in one shot, and she didn't. She wanted to see him
Yeah.
suffer because after that, after he realized he couldn't win, he said, "Can we just talk about this?" And then she kills him.
Well, that was bullshit. He shouldn't have even bothered trying to say that.
I don't know. Demons can still feel fear. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to. Maybe he wanted to
Um,
talk. You don't know that.
well, they've made it pretty clear that they've made it pretty clear so far that if a demon is talking, they're lying and manipulating you and trying to find a way to kill you.
I'm holding out for there being an actual nice demon. It feels like
Found the
this to
guy
be
that's going to get killed by the next demon.
Huh?
Found the guy that's going to be killed by the next demon.
I just want to hold hope out there. There's a nice demon out there, because I feel like I think for me I don't like labeling large groups of people just with the one
Are you
word.
seriously pulling racism as your motivation in this?
It's kind of racism the way she's talking about it.
Dude, this is more like reading a story about a guy that like. Do you ever read that story about the guy that decided bears were like safe?
No, but I was about to say, but bears aren't. No, bears aren't technically safe. But they
There was
avoid
this guy
humans.
that like decided that bears were like safe to live with, and he went out into the woods. I read about it in like I think Reader's Digest of all places. I think is where I read about it. So they decided bears were safe. So he goes out in the woods and finds himself a bear and like a group of bears, and he lives with them. And he had recordings of his experiences with the bears, and like he was trying to prove that bears were beautiful animals that you could live with. And so one day they hadn't heard from him for a long time, so they went to see what happened, like how he was doing, and all they found was like bloody remains and a tape recorder. and they're like, oh, okay. So they like get the tape recorder and they play it to see what like the last things on the tape recorder was, and it's the guy going up to the bears and talking to them, and then the bear just kills him, like, but not very quickly. And you like over the course of 4 hours, the tape recorder recorded him being like screaming for mercy and slowly being killed by this bear. That, the whole point was to say that bears were safe. Um, but like it's the most brutal recording from what I've heard. Like he just 4 hours or something like that of the guy being slowly eaten by the bear.
I don't think you should equate that bear attack to what's happening here. Well, I understand the picture they're painting, but I find it hard to believe that
No,
all
I
of
mean
them
the
are
reason that
like
you shouldn't
this.
equate this to a bear is because like arguably a bear is like a little bit safer than like a straight up fucking demon, you know?
I'm just saying I find it hard to believe that every single one of them is this way. I feel like because of Frieren's instance, her
That's what
only.
they do. That's what they do. That's the story of the demons. That's what demons are. They're not they're creatures. They're not like living things in the same way.
I feel like that's racist. I feel like they are living beings. I feel like this whole
They
idea
are
of
living beings, but they're not
keep
they're
going,
not
Marcy.
living beings in the
Keep
same way
going.
that like
I don't know. Just with the way I guess we're gonna go forward. Like I feel like because it's like that one older demon, whatever his name is, I forgot his name, the leader of the group. He talks about
Mhm.
like they were learning magic, and I feel like that is not the actions of just a beast race. 'Cause I find it hard to believe that they're all like this. Like I really freaking do. I feel like there has gotta be nice demons out there. There's gotta be. I feel like there's too many of them. There's too many of them for them to all act like this because they would all be slayed. Because if they're all dumb beasts just don't like get together and form alliances. They fight for themselves. These demons are doing the exact complete opposite of that. Even our own
you can
demons.
have like you can have a pack of animals, but they don't exactly care like when they lose one of them. They're like, oh, he's so foolish. He like screwed himself and us and
But
how inconvenient.
they are intelligently forming alliances and they're also learning magic. They even said that they were all
Mhm.
learning magic. This like to me, this isn't the sign. Give I'm fighting for this. This is not the sign of like mindless animals, is what Freeman's calling them. And I get that that guy kind of confirmed it that, but it's like I find it difficult that they're all like this. I'm not really fighting for these particular demons. I'm just fighting
Yeah,
for the
you're gonna be the
possibility.
next guy that gets killed by a demon. That's all I'm saying.
I just find it hard to freaking believe that they're all like this because they look human. If they didn't look human, I would not be like fighting for
That's
this. But
why they look human.
I just find it hard to believe that they're all like this. I really freaking do. Like, why in the world they seem intelligent and they seem intelligent enough to make their own decisions, not to just use this intelligence to deceive. And I know that's what they're said to do, but I feel like we've only seen a small group of these guys. Like honestly, I really do want to sit there and say, I know you find it, you're gonna scoff at the idea. I think Fruin's racist.
Well, it's not race. Demons aren't a race; they're a species. But
Speciesist, then, for crying out loud. Aren't
species, yeah. But like,
aren't elves a freaking race? I could have sworn in D and D they say a race is what they are.
mm, I guess in the same way that people say the human race, though, not like
It's still like I just find it difficult that and hey, it might be honestly true that they're all like. I just find it because of what they're doing. At least the creator of this freaking thing, they're really like cutting down the potential like people that could journey with Frieren at this point. They already got a human. They got two humans. And they got an elf. Like, I guess they could have a dwarf, but I don't know why they would have a dwarf to join them this late. well, not this late, but like I feel like Stark kind of qualifies takes that role with his abnormally above human strength. I don't know, just like at this point to me, it's like the demon was the only thing that they could bring into the main character spotlight, and they're probably not going to bring anybody else in. But I don't know. I just like I really find it difficult. This isn't me trying to sit there and say I'm gonna walk up to a demon and say like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I just like I want to believe that they're gonna maybe make a character that is capable of empathy and stuff like that from the demon race. I feel like if this was me writing this story, I would do that. I don't know. It's just like I feel like that they couldn't. I feel like all demons being like this would make a boring race of character. Well, not race, species of characters. Because anytime you bring
Boring if we have to have them through the whole series, but like we don't. There's nothing saying that like this has to be the only thing that we deal with for the rest of the series.
their only thing that intelligent that they're fighting, everything else is a monster or a dragon. Even the dragons are
Um,
kind of boring.
I mean, so far we fought like ghosts. That was another interesting enemy that they fought,
Wasn't intelligent though.
but it acted like. Well, I don't know. It seemed sort of intelligent in its way, didn't it?
No, it just seemed like it was just you preying on something, and I don't think it took intelligence to prey on anything.
What do you mean?
If it's within your biology to be able to like kind of like how animals are about there's some animals that are just are biologically dispositioned to be able to take out something else. That's not really intelligence. That's just their evolutionary imperative. That's just like their
Yeah.
what they do. And it's saying like I feel like it is to me. It's like I feel like demons being just monsters irks me in a way that I feel like you're throwing out a potentially good use of a group of characters just by saying they're all monsters. And that's what they're doing fine, but it's just like now I was like, okay, what else is there? I'm going to just have monsters randomly showing up for Frieren and her dismantling them.
We
This is
don't know that, dude. Like that's such a strange leap of faith to say that like because we see demons right now, like that's the only thing we're going to see for the rest of the episode.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't believe that they're gonna have anything that's smarter than them. If this is the case of like they're just monsters, they're just capable of
Mm-hmm.
human speech. Why would I believe that anything else would show up that would be better than that? I'm just saying. I don't know if it's a leap of faith to believe that. I don't know. It's like okay, this is the most human thing we've seen. Humanoid, sorry, not human. The most humanoid thing we've seen throughout so far. I know we're only eight episodes in, so it's probably just really random for me to say, but I feel like it's just to me I find it difficult to believe that there's anything else that might be smarter than them because
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of a race that they would put on the opposite side of Frieren. Obviously Frieren has an issue with demons, so like, to me it's like I feel like she has a spell that they literally say has been augmented to kill them. Like I don't know like what else to assume. Like if she has a spell made to kill them, it almost feels like to me like okay, we're gonna keep seeing them then because like I mean we literally have one of like the Demon King's um like knights aura to deal with, and I don't know if she's gonna be difficult for Frieren to deal with. I mean she got away, but I don't know what under what circumstances Aura got away. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know if that means she's more cunning than Frieren. I probably doubt it. But again, it's just like I feel like like there's no good characterization to be done about the demons at this point if they're just monsters. Because all they're gonna do is slap that onto Aura. Again, it's like she's an interesting looking character. I just don't believe they're gonna if that's all they are. What's the point of me getting excited for another character to show up at this point? We have the group already. Then I don't know if they're gonna expand them. I'm thinking maybe
I guess
not.
we could just. I guess we could just stop watching the series then.
That's not what I'm saying. I
I'm
just
just trying to be accommodating. Like, if you really hate the fact that demons are exactly what they are in the series, like, we could start watching, like, I don't know, like the old 1990s Zelda cartoon.
I know you disagree with me on this. I'm just saying that I don't know. Like, I mean, what else could they throw? Because I think they've hit all the major things. I mean, I know they could throw some other creatures in there, but I just if the demons the most one of the more powerful things that they could throw at Frieren are just dumb fodder. I like okay, what else could they throw? The Demon King's dead. I don't even know they're gonna revive him. And even then, if they do revive him, he'll just be another dumb beast. I'm just using the fact that okay, the demons are just monsters and they're just liars. There's really nothing intelligent they can be used for. I know you're saying that demons aren't the only thing they could. But I don't know what else they could use that would be smarter than a demon. Like I really am like having a literal hard time of like I guess she could fight humans, but I don't think humans would be posing that much of a threat to her. I guess she doesn't have to fight anybody, but I don't know. It just seems like all that's left is just the random monsters out there that she'll come across by walking around, and I thought the demons would have been what an interesting like thing to throw in there to okay, now we got something that actually can think back. So I either like a nice demon or at least a demon that's not that's really hard to kill. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna get either. I think flat out I'm just
Well,
disappointed that demons are just monsters. I was hoping for more. Basically what I'm saying. And now I'm not gonna get that.
they. I still think this could be interesting. I think that it could still be an engine for an interesting story. Um, just maybe not that specific type of interesting. Like it could still be an interesting story that we get out of this.
I mean, it's interesting setup. I mean, it's interesting setup they got going on, but it's like I can't. Okay, like at this point, it's like okay, now we know they're liars. At this point, why would what in the world? Like, what could they use a demon for in the future? Now, I was like, only other character that they're about to throw at us is Aura, and I suspect that Aura is gonna get killed. I highly doubt that Frieren's gonna let her escape again. Uh, I don't know if there's another demon that there is running around that used to be a part of the group, like used to be part of the Demon King army, but they don't bring it up in terms of like that. Just she's it seems like she's the only one that got away. As
That we
was,
know of. An episode or two before this, we didn't even know of her. Could easily be more that we just haven't gotten to yet.
I don't know, like I'm not hanging on to demon intelligence. I'm just I can't I'm trying to think. Is there's anything else that they could throw at her that's intelligent enough or more intelligent than a demon? I can't really think of anything that would be fun to see her confront. But I guess like she kills the demon in the thing, and then she walks out the jail cell to see that the human guard is dead, and she just says like, "Well, this is inconvenient." And at first I was like, "Why would this be inconvenient?" But I was like, "Oh, well, they might think you killed him."
Mm-hmm.
Because the demon also disintegrated, so there's no proof that there was another encounter down here. Um, so she ends up walking out, and then we see Stark and Fern eating at a tavern, I think, taking a lunch break, and trying to like Fern. I don't know what's going on with Fern. She's got these really weird mood swings. It's like I really don't understand why she's rude to him one episode and then not the next. It's freaking ridiculous. Look at her to stick to a way she's treating him and stop changing it all of a sudden, getting mixed signals. But they're trying to discuss how to get Frieren out, and they just apparently both decide that they're gonna break into the castle at night. Weirdly enough, they're gonna break into the castle at night. Um, but before then, we cut to I think it's well the two demons left in there waiting on the I guess the mayor of the town. He walks in, but before that, we also see that the girl demon says that she doesn't feel the other demons doesn't feel Grot's mana anymore, and all he has to say is like, "What a fool!" And I'm like, I know they don't care about each other, but good lord. But I wonder about that if they don't care
That's
about
what I meant.
Frieren.
Like they're still being like mindless little shits. Like they're like, what a fool. Like not like, oh, we just lost one of our allies or anything like that. Just like, oh, he's such a fool.
I just want another intelligent species that they can interact with and have trouble fighting. Like that's all I'm asking for here. But I thought the demons were the ones. But when they introduced them, I was like, oh, they're human looking. Maybe this is what we're gonna. Maybe this is what they're gonna have trouble with. It doesn't look like they're gonna have trouble with this at all. Even I mean, Crown, even Fern like took out an arm from that guy. Uh,
Hmm.
so I get that he was also wasn't paying attention and got caught off guard by her, but still, he makes the statement of like, I'm gonna take her out because that girl couldn't take Fern on. Honestly,
Hmm.
I thought it was gonna be Stark versus him and then Fern versus the little girl, but I'm guessing that's not what's gonna happen. Uh, but
Didn't that sound like that's what's going to happen? Just not this episode.
no, with the way that the guy was talking, he was going after Fern. He says that Fern's
Hmm.
the dangerous one out of the two. He doesn't seem to prioritize Stark at all. He did the entire time, and Stark even took notice of it too. That whatever reason, he doesn't look at Stark. He doesn't see Stark as a problem.
To be to be fair, Stark was getting somewhat owned by that demon when he fought him.
Like a lot, they just gotta deal with the fact that he's freaking nervous. He doesn't, and again, he doesn't know his own strength. I
Hmm.
mean, honestly, I'll be nervous for that guy too. I mean, like the fact that he didn't look at me and he's still talking. He's only looking at Fern. I mean, he's only looking at Frieren. Now
Yeah.
again, he could like again, Stark could easily catch him off guard with his strength because Stark was not fighting at full strength. Um, but Stark can move. Like Stark can literally move. He wasn't doing any of that. I think maybe he was trying to keep the building in one piece, I'm guessing. So I suspect if Stark were to use his full power, I think he would tear that building down just by moving. This is what I think, because I feel like he could. His speed is that is such that I think anything around it would be whipped up in the aftermath of the wind, of the burst of wind that would come after him. Lisa Fern, she's more pinpoint accurate. Um,
Yeah, the only thing I could think of is that like maybe Stark's big attacks aren't very well suited for a situation like that where like there's a hostage to be killed and stuff like that.
it is a situation where I'm guessing Stark could be the one that he goes after instead of Fern. But that demon also said that like that little girl would die immediately from getting hit with a Zolstruck. So like
Yeah.
he was the only one that apparently like, could withstand getting hit by it. Um, but that little girl also made it seem like that she didn't care and that she was going to take Fern down. I don't know. It just seemed like to me he was going to prioritize Fern, so I guessing Stark was going to fight the little girl. That was the only thing I could think. Because like I mean, I don't think Stark would let her get jumped by two of them. But
Yeah. But I mean, if Stark was doing his like attack, like the one that killed the dragon, I feel like that would have torn most of the building down that they were
I
in.
mean, no, that's what I was
So I
saying. I
did
don't
wonder.
think. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I didn't. I just didn't think that maybe he was in the best arena for his fighting style.
No, I agree. That's what I was saying. I think Stark was not fighting at full strength. He did like and I think that's a part of the reason why that demon wasn't looking at him in the first place. Um,
It's also possible that part of this was that he was trying to trick the demon into thinking he was weaker than he really was, so that the demon would be like a little cocky and let his guard down. Maybe.
no, I think Stark was just trying to get an opening. Well, like, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, because he did say like, "Oh, you think I'm alone, huh?" And then like that's when he looks over and tells Fern to fire, and he wasn't expecting it. But also, Fern was, the demon girl couldn't even sense her. She didn't sense her until like she was right there in the window before she fired.
Hmm.
It's like Fern also has the ability to hide her presence. But like backing up real quick, they're waiting for the mayor, and he shows up, and then he talks to the demon, and he's like, he asks him like, "Where's the third one?" And he's like, "Oh, he just walked out to go and do something." And they go use the restroom. He's like, without asking one of the attending, and then he brings up that Frieren.
I think I was amused. Just, I mean, the guy didn't call him out on this part of it, but like I was amused by the idea of like like a demon just going pee.
Elves do. I mean, why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't demons be? Because what do they? I don't even understand what they eat. He has to go pee from his like recent meal of a human being. Like, when's the last time he even ate something? Like, I can't. They don't make it clear what these things eat. Like they mentioned once that a demon ate a child, but I can't tell if the demon ate the child because it was a horrible thing to do, or if the demon ate the child because like it was hungry. It's like not clear, and that it looks like they mostly just kill people, and that's like what they get out of it. But it's possible that they eat people, but like they certainly don't seem to eat anything else.
Just because they eat people doesn't mean they can't urinate or poop.
But why would they need to?
Why would anything in this universe need to pee or poop with that logic? I find that really a weird thing. They have a bodily function. They look human. Like as far as I
They,
can tell, their composition to look like humans. I don't know why they wouldn't need to urinate.
I would be surprised if I wouldn't. I'm not surprised. I would be willing to like if they said that. Um, if they said that, excuse me, if they said that they don't have penises, even I would be willing to buy that.
I'm very confused how they would procreate then, because they said they do that not out of like a need for a family, just out of a desire to. Frieren says this too. Is like they give birth to children, but then they leave them alone. So they do procreate.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it didn't sound like they
I don't know.
they
Wait a minute. When did they mention having kids?
Frieren says this in the flashback with the little girl demon when she's asking about a mother. She didn't understand why she called for a mother, and then she brings the
Oh,
fact that
that's right. Just at the
demons
beginning.
have children, but they never took care of them. They leave them alone.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's like I would like because they eat and like, I feel like they would excrete waste. I feel like that just because they eat humans doesn't mean they don't excrete waste. I feel like saying something eats a human like like so they don't do the other thing sounds freaking really weird. At least in my mind, like I don't know why they wouldn't. Just because we don't see them do it doesn't mean they don't do it.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I just I'm not clear on if that's what they do. Like I said, we have one account where it seemed like they ate people, but that seemed to be just about it. What do you think?
I'm just looking for something on demons to this biology. Okay, so apparently their internal anatomy is a mystery, but they do
Mm-hmm.
possess a heart. And it also looks like, I'm not sure this is ever up for question, but apparently demons do have a soul.
Really? Why?
I don't know, it's just additional like elves, dwarves, and humans. Demons possess a soul. So I mean, they can die.
Mhm.
Diet. Despite being capable of eating plant foods such as apples, demons eat humans just like their unnamed ancestors. They view humans primarily as prey to be killed and consumed, even though they can survive without eating humans. Demons may also kill humans without consuming them, even if they're not hungry. So killing is just an evolutionary imperative for them. They just do it, either for sustenance or sometimes just because. I was trying to look into this without spoiling anything for myself. I think I successfully did that.
Mhm. I think you did that successfully.
Oh, they have one for elves. They have a page for elves. I saw something apparently. I mean, I don't think he said this in the episode, but yeah, apparently demons and elves share the same expanded lifespan.
Mhm.
I think they live as long as each other does. That's I feel like that doesn't really say much that they don't pee. I feel like that just be if they evolved to look like humans to lure them, and I feel like if that was the case, then they would definitely have gotten the other traits that humans possess too. And I feel like urinating would be one of them. I mean, we're like freaking animals urinate. You know, some of those animals out there in the real world do eat humans, and they still crap and urinate. I just feel it's kind of weird to assume that they don't do any of that stuff because they're demons. It feels like I don't want to keep calling racism card there. It just feels really freaking weird to assume that. At least to me in my brain. Like I would assume it unless otherwise stated. Um, oh no, they get confronted about their third demon leaving. Guy doesn't buy it, and he brings up that apparently because Frieren, he realized Frieren was a well seasoned fighter. He realized that Frieren did not fight back when they brought her to the ground, and he could see that she could, but she decided he realized that she knew that killing a guard was a crime. So he apparently realized at the time when he was doing it that apparently I guess it was wrong, but he just did it because it was just
Mhm.
how they were how the town was how the town sees things. They
They
just
do a
did.
good job of making him feel like he's maybe a little heroic. He fights bravely, and he held up pretty well here. You feel like this is a pretty strong, a mentally strong leader. I like that they established that.
He once reveals that he does not trust the demons, which I mean, obviously he didn't before. I guess I don't know, like he was pretending just to look around. I guess he was waiting to see what they were gonna do. Um, the demon realizes that the jig is up, and apparently he uses his magic, which is his blood, which I was not anticipating. Um, and the guy pulls out his son's sword and tries to fight the demon, and unfortunately it's useless. And he pretty much hits him in his side, and which brings him to the floor, and he's like, "You're gonna bring down the magic barrier," which we just find out that Flamme put a magic barrier down in this area a long time ago when she was alive, and apparently is from the way that they were from the, what from what they were showing in, I guess we are to assume that Frieren was around during that time when she did that. I'm noticing Flamme is very important to the way the magic world functions. I know they said that she was
Mhm.
a part of the reason why magic was introduced and how humans got it, but it's just I didn't expect her to be this important. Kind of makes me curious if she actually is still alive or not. Because we're to assume that she's dead, but because she was human, she is human. But it's like I don't know. It's like if she did all this, I feel like she would have found a way to circumvent death. At least I think she would have. I mean, maybe she didn't, but
Maybe she didn't want to.
I mean, I guess that too. It just seems kind of like, to me, it's like there's so much she's touched. I'm just surprised at the amount of like, it's really weird that Flame has disappeared in history. If she's done this
Mhm.
much, she's left barriers down that no demon can cross. Like that's impressive.
Mhm.
Like I'm very confused as to why Frieren just doesn't tell people that Flame did exist. I feel like it would people would believe her considering who she is and her status. It just seems kind of weird. She's willing to let Flame just be a myth, even though she knows she existed.
Well, what's she going to do about it? And what is she? She's not really. She's pretty low energy about that kind of thing.
I mean, you say that, but then she goes out of her way to collect fake text. For somebody who doesn't really, I guess, care, best way to put it is like going out of your way to remove fake text out of circulation seems like you care a lot.
Mhm.
I mean, like if I were her and I didn't really care all that much, I would just leave the fake text in circulation because it's not like they're doing anything bad. From what I could tell, like they're not doing anything bad. In fact, anything in them isn't real. So it's just like I feel like removing them doesn't really help Flame or help you. I don't know why. I don't know why she's collecting a lot of these books. Because we even see that she collected one when she was running around with Himmel, Eisen, and Hyder. She collected one of them as well. So I don't know what she's doing with them other than storing them and keeping them out of circulation. And like even Fern
Mhm.
didn't even think Flame existed until Freeman revealed to her that she did. I don't know. It's just like I basically understand. It's surprising how much Flame has touched, and I wonder what else she has touched in this world.
A shit ton, I'm sure.
But she's human. A normal human lifespan wouldn't allow you to do too much. I would
Well,
think.
you've already established that it seems likely that she transcended death. Well, she probably at least had a way to prolong her life a little bit, right?
I mean, that's just a hypothetical. I don't know if that's really what happened or not. I know it's throwing out a possibility. If she's as like influential in the magic world as it seems like they're showing us, it's like I guess it would stand to reason. Yeah, she may have discovered a way to transcend it, but I don't know if she did or not. Because again, it's like okay, she did transcend death. I wonder why she hasn't reached out to Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like she cared about Freeman back when they were. Then again, I know time changes people, but it's just like I don't know. She didn't seem the type of person that would just completely abandon her student. But yeah, I mean, with that, we found out that the Flame put down the barrier. Uh, like we see a little bit later on after the demons take out the mayor, we see Stark and Fern walking around trying to figure what they're gonna do, and then a hooded figure walks past them, and Fern, fell enough, just notices as Frieren and then stops her. Is like, "Hey, what are you doing out here?" Like, and she's like, "Shh, we can't talk here." And they go into a dark alley, and then Frierin's like, "Well, I can't stay here because there's a dead guard, and they're gonna stick that on me. So I can't stick around." And at first, like, you're gonna really let these people, like these humans, die at the demons' hands? And she's like, well, you guys can fight them. I sat there really shocked for a minute. I was like, are you serious?
Why not?
I don't know what it just didn't to me. It didn't seem like they were strong enough. Like,
So I actually had a note about this. I have two theories, and one of them is going to sound a little wild to you, but just give it a second of consideration before you shoot it down. One theory is that she can legitimately thinks that they can take it. Do you know what I mean? And that they're going to be fine, which is definitely like a reasonable theory. Do you know what I mean? That they're she's just like, you got this. You know what I mean? The other theory, and this is the more perverse one, is that she um hang on. That she is sort of like perversely pursuing a desire to relive her previous adventure, and she's like kind of forcing them through it. She's like, "Oh, this is I'm reliving my original adventure from earlier."
I don't know how this is her reliving her. All they've been doing is traveling to the places that she's been through. Reliving her adventure would be putting them in a dangerous situation that they could have no. Well, I mean, again, it's like Frieren. Apparently, according to that demon, he realized that he saw Frieren before, but I don't know. It didn't seem like Fern registered in his brain. It was more like what Fern used is what registered in his brain.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be really weird if it was a perverse desire, really, because I don't know, like what how this is reliving. She's putting her one disciple in danger, and she's already made mention that mage trainees die every year in situations like this. It feels like it goes against her the whole thing she was trying to prevent, to put her in a situation like that. And Stark is like, I don't even know what she's trying to do to Stark. But I mean, if I had to choose between one of these two, I'm gonna go with that she genuinely thinks that they could take him. But at the same time, it just like at the time when it happened, when she made the suggestion, it caught me off guard. Um, because she sat there thinking for a minute and then she said it. But then she also brings up the fact that like she senses an enemy very far off in the distance, and that's when I said, "Oh, okay, that's what it is. You just want to deal with the stronger enemy off in the distance. And that's what you want to do." Because she senses Arya is like Ara's down there waiting for the shield to go down. But I'm gonna go on that maybe she believes she can take it. I mean, she wasn't wrong from the looks of it. Um, Stark wasn't going at full strength when he was encountering him. Um, like I mean, the demon literally didn't look at him again. Again, Stark noticing that he didn't. Uh, it's interesting that Stark kind of notices some differences. I mean, some things that he does, but it doesn't seem like it registers in Fern's eyes. And maybe she did notice it, but it didn't really mean anything to her. Meanwhile, Stark is like noticing that the demon does not view them as threats, which is why he's only focusing on Frieren because he registers her as a threat, and these two don't register at all. Um, Now that he's fought them, I suspect that he's probably going to be a little more cautious around them now. Yeah, knowing that like they are stronger than they appear.
Yeah, I was like, I know, I get that you were saying that was like they were in a rush, but like there was a big part of me that was just like, dude, like you really need to take this guy out while you still can. Like I was like not, I wasn't fully on board with the idea that they were just gonna like move on.
I think they knew that he wasn't going to chase them, especially because that guy he needed a heal anyway. Like I think the arm was enough of a deterrent. I mean the girl on the other hand.
The point wasn't that he needed to heal. The point was that he was. They did so well because because they um sorry, they did so well because they my brain completely shut off. Why does my brain do this, dude? They did so well because he underestimated them. Like they acted like they did like something that he didn't expect. You know what I mean? When he saw that guy, he was like, "Yeah, this little shit of a kid. Like, I'm going to beat the hell out of him. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of him myself." And then he finally gets him on the ground. And he's like, "Yeah, see, this is you're exactly the little shit that I thought you were." And like, I'm so glad I just did it myself because this is kind of fun. And then he get his face blown off. Like, he's not going to fall for that again.
Well, here's the thing: neither one of them were really fighting at their full potential. I mean,
I know, but like, they had him down, like, and he's very dangerous for them. He might not be dangerous for somebody else, but like he's very dangerous to them. Like, I think it would have been smart of them to finish him off. Like, how much longer would it really take? Every fight we've seen in the show takes like 8 minutes. Like, that's not, and seven of it is them talking. If they just decided like let's move forward and like just knock him out like while we can, like it would have. I can't imagine it would have taken more than like 20 or 30 seconds.
do you think any one of them would have been able to kill him without destroying the building and the guy with it?
She was doing pretty good.
I feel like a stronger move would have taken out the building. That's
It's
just
not impossible.
that's just my thought. I don't think any of them. I think they were there trying to rescue the guy. That was like the main purpose of it. Stark just kind of like got upset that he was being ignored, even though he wanted to be ignored at the same time. Um,
Mhm.
he also wasn't, and he also weren't expecting. Like, they didn't come there to deal with him. They came here to get that guy out, and it just so happened that Stark took too long, and the guy walked back in. I will say he kind of walked back quick. I don't know why they, because I don't think Stark has any magic, any mana, so I don't think that girl could sense him. But then again, I could be wrong about that. I don't know. Uh, I don't know why they came back so fast. Maybe they were just thinking that the tactic went on long enough, and they thought it would come back to him spilling his guts. But I guess also speaking of that guy, the mayor, I also like that, apparently again, because Frieren noticed his handshaking and called it a gave it a compliment of like how you're just like Eisen. I find it interesting too that this guy here was saying that kind of the same thing about his handshaking too, of like um like, you're a real warrior or something like that, like you I guess you understand you understand the seriousness of a confrontation. You're like my son. So it's really interesting that he's gotten compliments twice now about that.
Mhm.
Once from Freeman and then once from a total nobody who doesn't know him. And yeah, I mean, yeah, would have been nice for them to gear. I don't know that either one of them could have killed him without destroying the building, because they both have the ability to do that. Even if Fern did use Zoltrak, like, I mean, she only took out his arm. I don't know if she could have taken him out again, because like even after, like, he still had the ability to move on his feet. It wasn't like he was just gonna sit there and let Fern shoot him up with another Zoltrak.
Mhm.
So I feel like it was gonna take a bigger move, like a bigger Zoltrak with a bigger area to be able to take him out. And again, she would kill Stark. She would kill the guy along with killing the other two. And maybe she'd be fine with killing Stark. I don't know. It is like, I honestly feel like too is like, you think he's not gonna be he's not gonna be as like, you know leery around them. I feel like honestly, because they didn't go all out on him, he thinks that's their full strength. So I feel like he's still gonna underestimate them, because again, he got the upper hand on Stark, and he thinks that he can get the upper hand on him again. We both know that's not gonna happen again if Stark gets a chance. So it's one of those situations where I feel like he still got the "I'm stronger than them" type of vibe. I mean, he even thinks he can take on Fern with that move. And again, he's only registering that Frieren used that move on him before. He doesn't see Fern's a threat. It seems like
Mhm.
still in their little animalistic brain of theirs, they still don't. He sees them as like not somebody to be ignored, but I don't think he's still registering them as a threat, because he seems like he's okay with taking down Fern, because he doesn't seem all that bothered by it, and neither does he just seem all that bothered by Stark either. Like he doesn't seem all that bothered by anybody. You know, he's just like he seems like he thinks he's like he's like the next thing since sliced bread, the hottest thing since sliced bread. So I think that he's still underestimating them, not to the same extent, but I still think he is underestimating them.
That's fair.
If I had to go by the idea that they're animals, it's like why like I would believe you on that if they were meant to be more intelligent than they are. This is like where the problem for me kind of lies. If they're not all that smart, like it just kind of ruins the fun for me anyway.
How so?
I mean, if they're not intelligent or intelligent enough to the point where a battle like that, you know, if they still think that they're gonna win, because okay, they're dumb. I guess there's no real way. There's no real surprise. And I guess Ara could be smarter than I'm like than I am like expecting her to be. But I don't know how much smarter than a bunch of minions she would be if she herself is a minion. Um, I just don't know if like how much smarter is their boss compared to them. It's like, you know, if they're not that smart to begin with, she's not going to be that much smarter.
That's pretty fair. Um, well, I don't know. I just think what I think is we're giving. You know, when you play a video game, like there's like a tutorial mode. I'm sort of interpreting this as like the tutorial mode. Like we're getting a taste of what this is like, and the next episode is going to be like taking it to the next step, and we're going to learn a little bit more about like how this works. Does that make sense?
I mean, yes, but at the same time, I just like to me, I was like when I saw the demons and they were drawn to look like humans. I thought, okay, they are important. If all they really are is just mindless monsters that are on feet that are just capable of talking,
No, I think it's going to be something much more compelling than that. But I do think they're going to still be monsters. Like you want them to be like best friends and stuff. Like, I'm sorry I cut you off.
I was like, I just like want one random demon to defy the expectation. And it's like if the expectation is them to be just mindless monsters that are capable of speech that lure in humans, like okay, that kind of just ruins this race, this species of like that they throw into the world. And you're saying that we don't know this is going to be the last species they're introducing. I mean, and that's fair, but it's like I can't imagine them introducing a species that would be able to outwit our current foes. It's like what other species like that could exist in this world could they? I mean, I guess they could have used elves, but I don't even know if they would do that. Have an evil elf in this universe, but I don't. Again, I don't. I guess I don't know that. And I don't know if like having an evil elf would be fun, but it's like I feel like when they introduced the demons, I just thought there was something bigger with them, and they were in like like event like Frieren was thought that they were a certain way, but in reality they're not. But when it came down to it, they are what she says they are, and I just feel disappointed that okay, I like it's like okay now, well I don't really know what else to look forward to now because like okay, this is like what's gonna happen is that maybe if there's no other creatures out there that's on the same level of intellect as like an elf or dwarf or whatever like that, that are as smart as them and are capable of making decisions that aren't just monsters, like outright, you know, underneath everything. I
Mhm.
don't know what else out there could be smart enough to, you know, to outsmart Frieren. So the Demon King's dead. Unless they're gonna bring him back, I don't know what else they're gonna do. And I guess that's a oversimplification of what's going on because we're only 8 episodes in.
I mean, this new character, the guillotine, is probably going to this will or the guillotine's probably going to be a more evolved version of this because we've seen the demon consciousness kind of develops in stages. Like we've seen that like the first demon we saw like barely understood anything about people whatsoever and got herself in trouble for it and then the demon that she kills at the beginning of the episode kind of like doesn't fully understand what's going on either. And then I think like as we're going, like we're seeing like the demons sort of like become slightly more high level. Like the boss demon of these two of the that had two demons underneath them seems to be significantly more advanced. I think that we're going to like just see like an increase in that pattern. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess, but at the same time, like, I don't see a reason for them to reveal that anymore. Because because I'm also assuming that Himmel's crew was very thorough, and Ara was the only one that got away. Because it seems like they were thorough when they were killing off these people. Like it made it seem like when they were chasing them down, they were killing them, and Ara just got away somehow because Frieren was busy. But
Mhm.
like I don't know why they would introduce another demon from his entourage if there is one still out there. And I will agree, there's no reason why we shouldn't believe that. But I don't. It just seemed like they were thorough, and they were getting rid of every single one of them. Like they didn't trust them once so bit. And in Ara, it's like the only thing for me that would be a saving grace for Ara to guillotine is if the and I'm pretty sure this is what they're gonna do is that she trained and she spent some time training when she got away from Frieren because she was afraid. Um, so she got stronger. I don't really know because we've seen Freeman knock out enemies that you think that she would have maybe just have a tiny bit of difficulty. And so far, the only one she kind of had difficulty with was Zoltrak dude. But even then, like she froze him in time and came back to finish him. This isn't the same thing. You know, Aura got away, and she had been looking for her but couldn't find her. That part of me is like wondering what the heck did Aura do to get away from Frieren? It doesn't seem like that's easy to get away from her.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I mean, hey, maybe there's more to the demon thing than I am privy to right now, and I'm assuming way too much right now. And I'm willing to admit that. I just like I mean, if but, like basically when Frieren outright said that they're monsters that just learn human speech, and that's what it seems like they're doing, and that's all they are. Why should I believe that there's more to these demons than that? And I'm not saying I want her to befriend demons. I just like I thought like I guess I am saying I want her to befriend a demon, but it's like it's not like the demons that we're seeing right here. Like maybe there's a demon that like is an outcast that doesn't want to be like everybody else, but like they're refusing to. Dear God, they're refusing. They're trying to refuse everything as possible. They're a good guy. Like I just like want one of them to defy the stereotype that Fury came up with because of experience. But so far, like none of the demons don't seem to be doing that, and I guess it's cool. They don't need to do it. I just thought it would be kind of cool because I mean, having three main characters is cool, but having four of them would be kind of awesome. But whatever. Do they need to become a friend? No, but I like when I'm thinking about what how she's described them, and then that one demon who I don't even know his name kind of just confirmed that what Freeman said about them was correct. I'm like, oh, that's just kind of boring then. If you guys are just mindless monsters, I mean, they don't seem. I mean, other than that one guy who seems to like have them in a group, but I don't even know if that was of their own will or that was somebody else that told them the group together. Um,
Mhm.
because that one guy went off on his own, so they don't seem afraid to act on their own. Uh, I don't know. I was hoping for a lot more with these guys, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot to them. They don't seem as deep as I was hoping that they would be. Like maybe like Free would learn something about them that she did not know, but it doesn't look like that's the case at all. And one literally came to get her in jail and kill her. I think that solidifies everything she needs to know about them. I don't know. It's just like I don't. I really I was hoping for so much more, and maybe Ara will give that, but I don't know. All I know is I saw Ara when when Freeman was floating above her. I was like, oh dear, this is a reminiscence of that one scene that he's afraid of. But she doesn't seem all that afraid of her. I will say when I did see Ara, I was like, why does she look like a little girl? What the heck?
Hmm.
I know that's just to disarm people. I know that's why she looks that way, but it's just like world. Um, like I honestly would say she looks like she's the same height as Frieren too. But best part of the episode ends. We see Frieren hovering above her, and 'cause the next episode's probably gonna be most likely her fight with her. Because Aura had like a, I think she has an undead army behind her, and it looks like it, like all in armor and everything like that. But I guess Frieren thinks she's dangerous enough to the point where she went after her herself. She did leave Stark and Fern to deal with the Delta demons inside the village.
So you think that she did that so that she could focus on the big demon? Is that's what you think? Because I thought she sort of didn't realize that until later.
No, because she said that she felt that energy source out there. She felt the mana, is what she said. Like she noticed that there was a
Yeah,
mana.
but she didn't feel it until after she sent them on their merry way.
No, I don't think that was her saying that she just noticed it. I think she said she'd been noticed it because like she said like I thought she said like I known for a while there was somebody watching. Go back and to episode and find
I
out.
thought it was more like she said, like, I detect a big spike of mana, someone's watching me. But like she didn't say I've been known this all along. It sounded more like she just picked up on it.
But why leave after Fern begged her to stay to help?
I don't
Even if
know.
she did believe, it doesn't make like you think Freeman will want to kill these demons herself. She already killed
Um,
one effortlessly.
I don't know. She doesn't seem like she loves doing it or anything like that. Like this doesn't seem like her favorite thing to do.
Well, how savagely did it? I would disagree that she definitely loves killing demons.
No, I think she likes reading books and eating sweet foods and like doing what she wants. And I don't think that this is her favorite thing to do. I think that she would rather just like chill out and find more spells.
Stark even begs her to come with them because she can't ask him to fight alone. It makes absolutely no sense for her to leave them if she did not notice that that thing was out there. Because she seemed like she was walking outside of town. Like she was literally leaving when they found her.
Yeah. I don't know. She like, but she did stand back to see if he could take it on his own.
It still doesn't make sense for her to leave them. Like I mean, honestly, it's like even without her, even with her her dry, doesn't really care. Like she didn't want to take on Fern because she didn't want somebody to die underneath her watch. Still took him even if she was tricked. She could have left. She could have easily left Fern by herself. She didn't.
Hey, Metroid.
Oh lord.
Sorry. She came in and said hi. I just didn't want her to think we were ignoring her.
Hey Metroid, this is really you don't normally show up with the podcast. This is weird. But welcome. But back to what I was saying, like it just seems really freaking weird that she leaves them like that, even if that is within her character to do so. It's just like why they're begging her they're begging her for her help, and she's saying no. Even with the idea that like Frieren is trying to avoid being caught, it doesn't seem like the guards care all that much. They know that she didn't kill that guy. It
Mm.
just seems really weird that she just straight up leave, especially if she didn't know that she was being watched until that moment she looked out. She was looking at in that direction. I had assumed that okay, what she was really doing was trying to like get them away so that way she could go after the big bad.
But I don't know. I think it's up for interpretation. I think that it's equally fair to say that she noticed that bad guy for the first time as she was walking away after talking to them.
And I looked at the scene and she
It's
does say,
also
"Hmm."
another possible explanation is that she like felt like she needed to get out of town.
She can still hide her face, and on top of it, there's nobody around outside. I don't know how much danger she's really in, realistically speaking. And on top of that, we know she can fight back and she can get out. And I don't think she can. I don't think she has to kill guards to get away. I know.
Mm.
I saw this scene too. She says like you're no weaker than they are, but it just seems like really freaking weird. It's like she could kill the demons really easily. She did so to that other demon. Didn't even take her long. It doesn't seem like these guys pose much of a threat to her at all. Yeah, she's throwing her own. She's throwing her student into the deep end, and then someone else's student.
Mm. But I think she's picked him up as a student.
How he can't learn anything from her?
Um,
Nothing useful anyway.
I don't know about that. I think she could definitely um I think she could definitely teach him a little bit about the process of adventuring at least.
I feel like Himmel did that. I mean, not Himmel, but Eisen did that. Even he was retired. I don't think she took him on a stone. She just took him up as somebody she needed in the front guard because couldn't do she couldn't do offensive. She wasn't able. She wasn't as offensive as say Eisen was or Himmel. I don't know. Just like I mean, I guess I could make the argument that she definitely didn't. But still, why leave them? Think I mean, she it does look like she believes in them, but it's like I don't know. She doesn't like gas up, um, Stark like at all. The only thing she says is like you're no weaker than they are. That's not really a compliment. That's just more of like an observation. It's
It's
like
also it also might be fair to say that they really are that good, and she's just like, you guys are like way too worried about this. Like, go get them. Like, you got this.
I mean, Frieren didn't seem all that weird. I'm looking at her Dragon Stark, but still, it's just like I don't know. It just seems like I feel like a teacher would try to be a little bit more helpful than Frieren's acting right now.
Hmm.
That's why I was like I had to. I just that's why I was assuming that she sensed Aura out there, and that's what she was really after. Was trying to take her down. But I see the scene, and it looks like maybe she just noticed her. Um, I guess I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like what purpose would leaving her like because like she didn't seem that interested in getting the guy. Like why didn't she just tell Stark and Fern to follow her outside?
Hmm.
Just like follow her, like we're gonna leave. Like why not just tell them to leave? It seems really weird just to send them back inside to their supposed death. I mean, I know it wasn't. I mean, we saw what happened, but still, it just seems like Stark is concerned. Like I know Fern would have probably fought her on this, but it just seems like I don't know. It just I guess I'm still stuck on like I'm just surprised that she did this versus like Fern wanting to do it. All it really seems like all Frieren did was push her into it because they were begging her for her help, and then she was trying to get out of town for understandable reasons. It just I don't know. It just to me is like I would have rather maybe if she was trying to get to the aura guillotine versus just her trying to leave town.
Am I being too picky and wondering like why they didn't arrange for like a meetup area afterwards?
I mean, she wanted to be hidden. Most of it.
Mm. But like she's not like when you're looking, I'll wait for you outside of town, or anything like that. Like she's just like, all right, go kill the thing, and she's like getting ready to leave.
I don't know. I mean, there's also a scene I got like a still image of Frieren dragging Stark off, and you just see Frieren looking at them, smiling, like she got confidence in them. So I'm guessing like the obvious answer, she knows that they can defeat those enemies, and she's not worried at all. But again, it's like, okay, why did it make it seem like she noticed them? At least to me, it looked like she noticed Aura already. But if that's not the case, and I looked at the scene again, it just seems like it's purposeful she's going in that direction, because she could leave at any direction, I think, of that town, right? She doesn't have to go the direction she's going. Right? There's only one way out and one way in. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's just like I was trying to make sense of what she was doing there, and it's like, what in the world? I guess there's no sense to be made. Trying to think of anything else from the episode that I did not say anything about.
Well, let me check my notes while you're thinking. Oh, I thought it was relevant that that Qual's offensive magic wasn't as sophisticated, and that like that blood lance magic that like that guy had. Um, I thought that was really interesting, in my opinion. That like there's sort of a magic arms race going on where the guy was like, "What?" Like he's like, "We overcame that spell thousands of years ago," and like, "What's going on here?" And when Qual like appeared after being frozen, he was just sort of like, "Wait, what the hell's going on?" You know what I mean?
I mean, that guy who I don't even know his name. I mean, he was talking to when he was yelling at Fern. Well, not yelling, but saying that what they were using was a really powerful spell. He just says like demons spend all their time, mastering magic. It's like it's their thing that they do all the time, 24/7. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I mean, his shock would make sense if that was. I mean, if that is 100% true that they spend their time. As for a sophistication, I don't know. That string seems kind of sophisticated. I just think the demon wasn't using it in a sophisticated way. So I feel like you can do a lot more with that string than he was doing. He thought about the easiest way to use it, and that was it. Um, Also, I guess you want to go on intelligence ranking. I feel like he might have been the dumbest out of the three. Whoops, copyrighted music.
Yeah, I just think it was kind of funny that like when Qual came back, he's like, "Oh, I'm ready to destroy everything," and they're like, "Oh, actually, you're really obsolete right now, buddy." And he's like, "No, I'm going to kill you for sure. I've got this magic spell that like kills all the wizards I fight, and like you're just going to be one of the many I destroy." And they're like, "No, really. Like, I don't want to hurt your feelings or anything, but like we figured out this magic and we're going to kill you." And he's like, "No, watch, I'll kill you right now." And then they kill him.
Man, I think the blood. I mean, you talking about Zoltruck specifically? I don't think he has Zoltruck.
Um, I don't think so either. I think he's got something better. In the same way that he said that they don't have Zoltruck, that they have a demon killing version of it, and he said that's not Zoltruck. That's like a demon killing magic that like started as Zoltruck. I think he's got his own like magic that started out as demon killing magic.
I mean, I don't think it does. I don't think it started as demon killing. If he has one, I think it just started out as like he was. Again, they're trying to study magic. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm just saying that this is from my understanding. Because I mean, it sounds like she has Zoltruck. It's just that they augmented it to kill demons specifically, and then he had a memory of Frieren. Um,
Mhm.
I guess like I said, it's kind of interesting that like the pose that Fern struck as she was about to use Zoltruck was very similar to Frieren's stance in the air.
Mhm.
I guess like another thing on Fern, now I just thought about it. Like when they were entering the castle, I found it. I mean, I know this probably was not the case, but I found it kind of rude. Half the time that it seemed like Stark was trying to help her, and all it really came off as like, "I can fly, leave me alone," is like what it looked like to me. I'm pretty sure that's not what was going on, but it just like to me is like now all her actions seem rude to me, and I don't know if that's a result of her from last episode or that's just my own personal opinion of it right now.
Mhm.
It seems like she doesn't want to touch Stark. She wants nothing to do with him. She just drags him around, insults him whenever she's not being polite. And I'm like, nah, I just planted. I think she just hates Stark. I think that's where I'm at right now. I don't know for what reason, but she's just does not like him. I know we had that whole thing last week, but about the whole like she might actually be in love with him. I don't know. Just this seems like an excessive, a girl being rude to guy thing. It's like, good lord, give him a break.
Mhm.
I think that's about it. I gotta say, I don't know much more. Unless you got something in your notes
I
that
don't.
stood out
I
to you.
didn't see any signals in this episode of their relationship going forward or backwards. It seemed like it was just kind of doldrum to them. Like I didn't see any signs that she liked him more or less. Like there was no sexual tension. There was no. She wasn't particularly rude to him. I didn't think or anything like that either.
I don't think there's ever been sexual tension between these two. Not even once.
Right. Well, she did look at his dick, but yeah,
I don't think that's sexual tension. That's just her being rude.
I think. Well, she
She
did look
called
at
it
his dick.
small. She called it small. That's gonna hurt him. Not gonna not gonna send him a signal.
Well, you can't talk about someone's dick and call it anything without looking at it. And she checked it out, thought about it as a dick, and had an opinion about his dick. Like that's people will pay. Like there's a whole like market on the internet for people that will pay other people to like rate their dicks. Like she did it. That's what she did. He didn't like the rating, but like some people like that too. Like some people are like, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it's rude. It just, but it also happened.
I mean, yeah, but maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. But I don't find it as sexual tension. I just think that's rude. There's like nothing tension worthy about it whatsoever. I legitimately, I don't find it. I don't find that interaction any less rude. I don't find it as sexual tension either.
He addressed him with a sexual thought on some level. There was a sexual thought.
I don't know how again. I'm actually thinking about this differently because like I just like that's just freaking rude. I don't think there was any tension whatsoever. Because I feel like if there was tension, she would have like paused and like really had a situation or maybe like a sweat particle, or whatever. Like she didn't. She kind of just glanced over there and made a rude remark about it, and
Mhm.
that just cut his pride if he had any. And then for him, it's like I'm still under the impression that he doesn't seem awkward around them. He seems perfectly fine. It's just his interactions with Fern are the things that are really like a shot in the dark. And then here, while I will say in all legitimacy, like nothing really seems really rude out of here, but I could still make the situations of like, you know, Stark jumping on the wall and trying to help her up type of thing, him trying to be nice or chivalrous. She just flies up there. To me, like when she does that and she goes right past him really fast, it gives off to me leave me alone vibes or I don't need your help vibes. It just like that's not necessarily rude, but it's definitely not
Mhm.
polite what she did there. She didn't say no thank you or anything. She just kind of moved on. Like the things that you would think that she would say to him, she doesn't say. Like, I'm sorry or no thank you. type of like this, polite pleasantry things that sometimes you see. Like,
Mhm.
she doesn't blush around him or anything. It's like nothing about their interactions make me think she likes him in any way. As a love interest or just as a friend. If anything, she seems more like standoffish by calling him Mr. Stark, even though he asked her to just drop the Mister, and when she does that, she immediately insults him. So I'm very confused in that regard. I don't know if that's a mistranslation on the English part or not. Um, a part of me thinks I don't think so, but I really don't know. I would need to see the Japanese to see if she does the exact same thing in Japanese. Um, Again, it could be some interest in her. I just don't know. Like, I mean, calling a guy's dick small, I don't think that's a good starting or a good like jumping off point. Like now he really thinks she's not interested in him, and now you're going to try to pursue him. That's not going to help, like at all. Now more than anything, he's gonna like not even try because like now he thinks that you're this guy with this small with this small penis over here. I think I'm just saying her comments are not helping if she is in fact secretly in love with him. Honestly feel like she's just trying to hurt his feelings for reasons I don't know.
Maybe that's her kink. Don't kink shame her.
I'm not kink shaming. I'm just saying that it does none of what she's doing seems to be helping if she is in fact has any sort of feelings for him. It gives off the complete opposite. This isn't one of those like she's so mean to me it's hot type of situation. No, it's just like she is so mean to him that it's mean. Like for no real good
Mhm.
reason. That's pretty. I don't. Yeah, I don't have anything else to really add of any substance. You got any more notes?
Let me take a look. I haven't looked too deep into my notes.
That's fine.
Um, oh, this is just a little thing at 5:37. You remember how like Spark spills the drink on his crotch, and then they have like sort of a awkward interaction where like they have to. He's like, "Yeah, here, take the towel," and she's like, "No," and he's like, "Oh yeah, I guess I shouldn't have given you the towel." Um, the fact that he had to wipe the stuff off. Like they have probably hundreds of small pointless spells at their disposal. Like I can turn grape juice yellow, or some random spell like that. Like it's just amazing to me that like with all these stupid little spells they have, that like they never seem to have a spell that's really helpful for the situation that they're in. Like she can't be like, oh yeah, I've got a spell for that, and bing, and his crotch is clean. But like, I don't know. I think it's funny that the emphasis that their spells really are useless. That they don't even come in handy in little moments in their life. They just are just straight up not valuable.
I mean, this isn't fairy tale where like magic is integrated and woven into everyday life. I don't think in a realistic situation magic would be that helpful, even in a mundane situation as spilling orange juice or whatever that was into his crotch. I will
I
say
mean,
like uh,
they just have a big pile of spells that like they can create shaved ice, and stuff like that. Like you just think that like I don't know, you think one time like one of those spells would come in handy, like in some way. But they don't ever.
I think
Um,
I think in a real situation, if in the sorry, in a this type of situation, I don't think that I think that's realistic. I don't think magic would be like useful in a situation like as mundane as like real life, unless it's shown that magic is a part of apparatuses in that world. Like it's how you wash your clothes, it's how you do this or that. Like they seem to do everything that we do, just up the time period removed. Magic doesn't
mhm,
seem to, as you said before, it doesn't seem all that helpful. It's got all these small things. But maybe that's the joke. Is like maybe magic isn't as magical as we think it is in
mhm.
this context. But again, I want to just harp on something about about Fern and the handkerchief that's got Ruby stolen. While I understand that yeah, I don't know why you would give that back to a girl who gave you a handkerchief. You might as well clean it off before you give it back to her. I will say, like, you could interpret the way she said no to him with that as rude too. I don't know. I think I'm just looking for instances of her being rude to him just to prove my point. I think it is some confirmation bias I need to get over.
Mm.
Nothing is proving to me that she likes him in any way. I don't even know why
They're
she's still
besties.
traveling. I don't believe that even as a joke. Nothing she's done in my eyes shows me that she like. And maybe this is like I don't understand women. Maybe this is one I just don't understand women. Maybe that's why I'm still single. But like I just something she it's just like nothing. She doesn't have moments that we see when she's by herself of like her revealing her feelings about him at all. None of that ever happens. We get silent monologues with Frieren almost all the dang time, and they're mostly just about like what adventures are like with her last group. Fern doesn't do any of that, not even one bit. No secret monologues or anything like that. Stark is just trying to get her to like him just a tiny bit as friends, and she doesn't seem all that interested in, getting help from him in any situation. I was well, I agree that we used to last week, because she must be doing it for a reason. But I just like I don't know why she would be. She doesn't know him. Why is she acting like she's known him for years? And it's just fed up with his crap. But it's like I don't. They haven't. They just met, and she's so rude. I think I just can't. I think really was I can't get over when she drops the Mister. How rude she gets. It's just like it's almost like if you want me to drop the Mister, I'm gonna talk to you like this. So if you want me to talk to you politely, you wanna get the Mister Stark. I'm like, you two are the same age. Why are you like this? Like seriously, it's such a weird thing. And I get there's a respect culture. I'm harping on this. Sorry, this has become my neck. This has become my new heart Herbies.
Mhm.
It's just that I really. It's just I'm finding it hard to believe. I don't know what you're seeing that I'm not seeing, but like it's just like the rudeness from her
I'm
is.
seeing the pattern at the beginning of many stories that end up having the woman fall in love with the guy. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that pattern like started here. I That's how like when stories like this happen, that's how they do it.
I don't think I was saying this before, but this could honestly be the pattern. But at the same time, I've never seen a girl this rude to this guy who she's eventually gonna fall for. This is very freaking rude. Like honestly, if I'm gonna be 100% honest, if he saves her and she falls in love with him immediately, I'm gonna call BS on that one because that shouldn't happen. With the amount of rudeness she has displayed to him, she shouldn't fall in love with him until like she either gets like stranded with him in the middle of nowhere and she can't do anything, or so like
Mhm.
she needs to be in a situation where she is with him, and unable to be helpful of any kind, and he's just straight up nice to her. I just like to me is like her the situation of being saved and falling in love would not make any sense to me in this context of how rude she has been. That is how rude I think she has been. Like if they're gonna do that, it's like she shouldn't be this rude. If
I don't know.
anything,
Like, have you
she
ever
should be
seen the
indifferent.
movies? Have you ever seen the original Star Wars movies?
I don't think Leia was this rude.
Dude, she called him a nerf herder.
What is that? I never understood that insult.
She, well, you're not supposed to, but it's an insult, and he doesn't like it. She kissed Luke in front of her to make him jealous of her, to make him jealous.
She never said his penis was small. I'm just like, there's just a lot of
I
situations.
didn't see his penis.
But what I'm saying, the situations here with Fern and Stark, just I don't know if they mirror Leia and Han Solo. It's just like I can definitely see there's rudeness here and there, but it's like it's not like Han was trying because Han was firing back at her too. That's the other thing too. Han was firing back at her. Stark ain't do
Mhm.
any of that.
Well, Han also saved her life, but yeah.
Well, he did that multiple times before she started having feelings for him. I'm just saying if this happens here, like I'm gonna call BS because like one situation of her being saved by him should not change her opinion of him. Like the two instances of it maybe, but it's like I feel like to me it's like she's acting like this because she doesn't respect him at all, and she's hiding it behind she's hiding disrespect that she has for him behind Mr. Stark because like it's the only way she can be nice to him. So like I don't know. It's like I honestly I think maybe either one or two things to happen. She either needs to be stuck with him in two situations where she's useless and he's the useful one, or
Mhm.
two, like she needs to have a situation something come up where she ends up dropping the Mister and starts actually being nice to him before that
Mhm.
happens. Those are the only two situations to me in my mind right now with the way she is treating him that would work. Now honestly, they could do whatever they want. I'm not the one controlling the show. I'm just saying that for me, it's like I would not believe it if it basically he saves her and then she suddenly is in love with him. Like what in the world? You were treating this man like you hated everything that he stood for, and don't even know what he stood for. Like that's how much you hated him. At least the way you are displaying it.
Mhm.
Again, I know you said that you don't know why she seems intelligent, so you don't know why she would be treating him like this. But it's like that's where I'm coming from with this. It's like why I have like even in the context of sometimes girls do this to guys that they like, but even then, like
Mhm.
there's a limit. Like they don't like they don't try to they don't like they may insult him, but they don't go into it. They don't insult him to the point that that hurts his feelings or something like that, or it makes him really upset. They may upset them a little bit, but they don't set him like greatly to his core. I just feel talking about his junk it was a little bit bridge too far. It was like, geez, like, why couldn't you just say something about his like leg or his thigh? Why the crown jewel of all the things? And there's like all the other interactions that she's had with him, just like is either indifference or it's like I hate everything you stand for. Like I don't get it. It's like she's got two settings. And I probably only got one setting, which is to complain. I don't know. It's like I mean, I'm willing to believe there may be a love story brewing. At the same time, I really at this point they can't do the stereotypical save the damsel in distress thing because that's going to tick me off. At least she's crossed the
That's
bridge at this point. In my mind, she's crossed the bridge and she needs to get over from it.
Jesus. Let her cook. Give it a little time.
I mean, I'm still watching this show. I'm just saying, for right now, she has crossed the bridge. like,
Mhm.
I don't particularly like it when people or pick on people. I really don't like it when to me, it crosses a certain point of like that's not picking on them anymore. That's just straight up treating them like garbage. She doesn't show any respect for him whatsoever. He's just nice. It's like, and that's what upsets me too. It's like he should be firing back at her, but he's not. Maybe that's what she's trying to do is get him to fire back at her. I don't know. Again, her actions don't make any sense to me. But back to your your actual important topics. Sorry, didn't mean to go on that rant. It just kind of happened.
You're fine. Um, I'm sorry. I'm blocking that guy that bot that tried to post spam in your community while you're talking.
He was already blocked. Well, the bot was already blocked.
Um, I reported him. I reported him, and then I blocked him from my own account.
Oh,
um, Looks like we lost Metroid. Uh, what did you think of 1228 about her creepy smile?
Who you talking about?
Frieren gets a really creepy smile at 1228. They don't even show her eyes, they just show the smile.
Oh no, she just sees her target. That's around the time that she notices that aura's out there. I think she's just smiling because she gets to kill a demon.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, no, I think she's smiling because she sees that aura's out there. She can actually get her now. Because she does ask the demon in the jail, like, where is she? He doesn't tell her anything. But she knows that she's nearby because it would make the most sense. So she knows where she's at now. She's gonna go and take care of her. I think Frieren's been really wanting to get rid of her in this entire time, and she's just been unable to find her. Which again, it's like I don't know what's going on there. Like I don't know how somebody could hide from Frieren, but someone successfully did it. I feel like to me it'd be a lot harder to hide from her. Uh, I think it's just I just the smile. I think she's just okay now. She can get rid of this pest that's been bothering her for so long.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me look up. I just thought that was weird. It's the first sign of her, like, I think a lot. Well, this is kind of what I'm getting at. I feel like a lot of this episode was telling the story of a version of Frieren that um, is like a more acceptable version of the Frieren that we see. I'm sorry. I think what we see with Frieren here is a more socially acceptable version of what we're seeing with the demons. That like they're. I think again, it's trying to show us like how similar they are, even though they're definitely different. Like you see a version of Frieren here that's like about to be happy about killing something, and you're like, oh, that doesn't seem very heroic. You know what I mean? That she, what fun! I'm going to go kill a demon, and they don't even show her face, like which also, in my opinion, further like sort of dehumanizes the moment for her. You know what I mean? Like she's like about to go have fun killing, and we don't even see her face. Like it's a sort of like villain shot. You know what I mean? Like it's a shot that you would use if you were drawing a villain.
I've
So I
used that
found that
shot
kind of
for a hero.
interesting. What?
I've used that shot for a hero. It looks cool.
Well, that's because you're a terrible artist.
No, I don't have to take this. I can just leave.
Well,
This doesn't necessarily need to be a shot for a villain. I got a shot of her eye now, and I see her eye. I don't know I don't know how her whole face is gone. Is it
oh
transition?
yeah, there it is. I'm sorry, I didn't go that far. I didn't go deep enough in. She's just like, yay! Like it's the ice cream man.
And
Um,
she says all the more reason to take care of this one swiftly. She's just like I think she's more happy that she can to get a chance to leave. If anything, I don't know if it's really her being too happy about killing a demon. I'm just assuming that.
well, what do you think about the fact that like, um, what was I gonna say like she was gonna like just fuck off out of the town a minute ago until they're like, wait, are you gonna actually help or anything? And she's like, no, I was gonna leave y'all. And they're like, oh, and then like she's like, you go kill them. I'm like, I'm leaving. Like they want to, they're gonna think I murdered the mayor or the guard, and they're gonna come kill me. So like, I'm out of here. Like if you want, you're perfectly capable of killing him. Like go kill him. And then she leaves without showing very much interest in like doing it herself at all. And then she sees this one. I feel like there's this little sense of like, oh boy, a challenge.
I'm still of the opinion I don't think Aura's gonna pose a challenge at all. And that's what disappoints me a little bit. I was like, I just don't foresee a situation where Aura will be that much of a challenge for Freeman at all. I mean, if she does, I'd be shocked.
It took the whole party to kill the Demon King, not just her. Everybody contributed to killing the Demon King.
But Aura wasn't there though. She ran away.
Huh?
Aura wasn't there. She ran away. I think she ran away
That doesn't
before. I think she ran away before they got to
that
the Demon
doesn't
King.
change what I'm saying, dude. If you let me finish the other half of what I was saying.
I'm saying no. I'm just saying like she different. But yo, shutting up.
I'm not saying that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Frieren alone, we don't know for sure would be winning a fight with the Demon King because all four of them fought the Demon King. It sounds like it was a very difficult fight. And like it seems more likely than anything that the Demon King wouldn't have beaten Frieren in a one-on-one. But the whole point of having a party there was that it took the whole party to take him down. He was the final boss. That being said, Aura was one of the top henchmen of the Demon King. Maybe Aura on her own is a challenge for Frieren on her own. Wouldn't have been a challenge for the whole party, but maybe Frieren alone versus Aura is enough of a challenge to get her excited, even though I think Frieren is probably way ahead of her still.
Well, I hear you when you say that. At the same, I just don't believe it. Like I find it difficult if like none of the demons that were already down there were even a small threat. I don't know why Aura would be that much stronger than they would. Even with the idea that she was one of the top of the Demon King's army, it just like I don't know. It just and again I could be surprised. I just like I think I'm already kind of just like down on this whole thing now, and it's like I just don't expect this is gonna be, and that'd be fun to watch, but at the same time I just don't know. It feels like I don't know if she's gonna be that much of a challenge. Could be completely wrong. You know, if I will be ecstatic if I was wrong. I will even say I was wrong when the episode comes when we review it next week. If I am in fact wrong, I don't know. Varian seems to have collected a massive amount of spells. Not all of them useful, but a few of them, quite a bit of them seem to still be useful regardless, and she's capable of utilizing them. I don't know how many spells she can fire off at once, but I don't suspect that it's just going to be two. It's just like I feel like Aura is just not gonna. She's gonna feel like she can take on Frieren, and then Frieren's gonna do something that she wasn't expecting, and it's gonna completely wipe her out. Like, I just personally, I just don't see, um, like how in the world like she could pose a challenge for Frieren at all. Maybe if she was smarter than I think that she is, maybe. But even then, it's like I don't know. And I'm not saying I haven't been wrong in the past. I've been wrong plenty times in the past. It just like here, I find it difficult with all the extra stuff that's already kind of been put forward first in terms of like demons aren't really smart. They're not such and such like this and that. It's like they, as far as like to me, they haven't really been built up as this like entity that needs to be a concern. Even with the idea that she is a part of the Demon King's army, and it took all of them to take down the Demon King, as far as we know. It just like I don't know, like and Aura got away. Who's to say she won't get away again? And like that just be a disappointment too.
Mm-hmm. I think the fact that the next episode is called Aura the Slayer means that I'm sorry, Aura the Guillotine means that like they're probably going to take care of her next episode.
And I'm not expecting her to be there the entire episode. Okay. I am legitimately expecting her to get killed with probably in the first 5 minutes. That's how fast I'm expecting her to disappear. Like no one's lasted long enough in a fight with Frieren in an episode yet. You know that took the entire episode. And not saying it
Mm-hmm.
needs to have take an entire episode, but it's like I haven't been impressed all that much by people fighting Frieren. But the closest I've been impressed is that Zoltrak dude. We didn't even
Is that
touch
what, dude?
that Zoltrak dude, the guy who has Zoltrak.
Okay.
That's probably been the most I've been impressed with somebody standing against Frieren. I'm not expecting Aura to to be any more impressive than him. I'm expecting him to be a lot less impressive. I think for me, it's like I'm just down the whole demon thing now, and I just don't. I'm not expecting anything. My expectations are extremely on the ground. Like you would have to resuscitate them to get them back up. I'm just not. I'm not expecting much of anything. Like I'm expecting to see Aura probably laugh a little bit, and then all of a sudden she's gone.
What do you think about the fact that at roughly 14:45, we see Frieren defeating a dragon? It looks like.
I don't think. I thought that wasn't Frieren. I thought that was the barrier. Because that happened. That happened when they were talking about the barrier.
Yeah. But you see Frieren standing there, and you see the dragon like headless and dying.
Yeah, but he's outside the barrier, and I think Frieren's inside of it. That's why I thought it was the barrier that took it out.
You think the dragon just like mindlessly flew into the barrier, and Frieren was just checking it out? I guess that makes sense.
I mean, why would
Oh,
he?
that's probably not even. No, it is definitely Frieren.
That I think she said that. So it's even weirder that dragon decided to disintegrate. It's either one or two things that they did. Everything else disintegrates too. She's only making reference to demons disintegrating. But I assumed that was the I forgot about the dragon, but I assumed that was the barrier because it looked like when he did die, they were talking about the barrier, and Frieren just happened to be inside of it,
Mm-hmm.
looking after the barrier because they were talking about Flame when all that happened.
Yeah, I guess it was in the conversation where it looked like they were trying to emphasize how powerful she was. But now that you talk about it this way, I can see where you're coming from with this, and you're probably right. It just struck me initially. It struck me as like kind of a display of her power even back then, but like it wasn't a very big dragon, if it even counts as a dragon and not like a gargoyle or something. But the reason I thought that it might have been Friren's doing is because the guy's been reflecting a lot on Friren's power specifically, but he's also been reflecting the power of our master. So
I think Frieren could take out a dragon. I think the only reason she didn't do that last dragon was either it was too difficult for her to fire upon or something. She does make mention that mages aren't really supposed to fight dragons by themselves, so
fair enough.
it's possible she could have done. But I just assumed that was a freaking barrier. It seemed really freaking weird. Like I don't know, like it didn't seem like Frieren had her staff out to fire a magic bolt.
I don't know. Who knows?
This sounds defensive.
That beep was my laptop. It's not a big deal. We don't have to stop the whole conversation to talk about it. It was just a quick laptop beep. I pulled a USB thing out of my laptop, and now the moment is over.
I like how I didn't hear that beep until after you started making a loud complaint for some really weird reason.
I didn't want you to stress out. I know that we very often we completely stonewall the whole conversation to discuss the source of the sound, and
I'm looking at
I just wanted to I wanted to help you. I wanted to get ahead of it and help you.
I mean, I didn't hear it until after you tried to help me, but thank you, I guess.
How is that possible? My voice also travels at the speed of sound.
The beep happened after you started talking, so I wasn't
No,
even
it
able
didn't.
to.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. I didn't start
On
talking about.
on my end. It
It
happened.
absolutely didn't. We can replay it because you're recording this. We can replay this later, and I can prove it to you.
Like I heard your voice and then the beep. I didn't hear the beep and then your voice.
That's
I
physically impossible.
I'm telling you, that's what my headphones did to me. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god. Okay.
There's also a scene I just want to point out that I'm looking at the you're talking about, and Frieren is like literally on the other side of that barrier, but the dragon is not,
Mm-hmm.
and the dragon is dead. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
so I
It
guess
doesn't.
the
It doesn't.
implication is the dragon tried to bum rush her when it saw her because it was mindless, and then it hit the barrier and fried its head off.
Oh, I was trying to say. I think it was the barrier that killed it. Now I don't know why the barrier did that. I mean, it sounds like the demons can't touch it unless like they're let in. So it's like this barrier is
Uh-huh.
also offensive magic.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I think, and apparently his name is Lugner. I'm just not seeing this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna forget this man's name, but or demon's name later. But his name is Lugner. What's the name of the demon girl? Yeah. Oh, I don't think they named this demon girl at all. From the looks of it, they don't give her a name. Hmm, that's strange. There's no way that demon girl is stronger than she appears. Well, I mean, but what I mean, there's no way. It's possible, but still. Do you have any more?
Um, um, I like that despite there being a sort of a magic arms race, that Flama's magic is still way ahead of the arms race, even though she's 1,000 years old. And that idea that like a prodigy can still be way ahead of their time. The scene where they help the seedling in the snow, where they find a seedling like struggling to survive in the snow, and they stop everything to save the seedling, is like another example of an ongoing theme in Frieren of um, the equating humility to heroism, like being humble and having humility as being an important part of being heroic. Like, you know, even like a little seedling, you know, struggling in a snowstorm, you know, like is worth stopping and, you know, applying your cosmic level power magic, you know what I mean, to fix it. Um 2240, this was just a note that I wanted to point out that they said straight out Frieren has sent more demons to the grave than anyone else in history. Not her master, like not some great warrior or anything like that. Frieren alone is the number one person at, like, according to them, of responsible for sending demons to the grave. Um, and is also one of the geniuses that he despises. I'm trying to remember how I wrote this. My last note was food chain vibes with Frieren. I think it's just the idea that, like, I think that was a reminder to myself about how similar Frieren's approach is to, how similar Frieren's approach is to the demons. That, like, the demons are there to, like, sole purpose seems to be to hunt and kill humans. And there's a not as intense but present feeling that a really big purpose of Frieren's life, especially after we're learning that she's killed more demons than anybody else in history, is to kill demons. So I don't know. There was that food chain kind of feeling to it that, like, the demons are below her on the food chain, and that she's a predator of demons in the same way that demons are a predator of human beings.
That just had me think like a brain had like a brain blast real quick before we end here. This is just food for thought. You
Mhm.
have made assumptions that maybe something tragic has happened to Frieren. I wonder if it has anything to do with the demons because she doesn't seem to like. Unlike Himmel, like because Himmel like was pausing, to kill a demon. He didn't want to at first, and he realized how evil they were afterwards. He wanted to give him a chance. It seems like Frieren does not want to give them a chance whatsoever. I'm actually kind of curious where
I
her
think she's made her minds about the demons, right? Like, she's like, "You're definitely here to kill me, and letting you talk is dangerous because if you convince me to let you live, you will kill me, as you have so many others."
But I'm wondering if maybe where Frieren grew up, I think we just no really know knowing that because I don't know. There's still nothing. We still know nothing about where she grew up, even if her town was destroyed. Um,
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe the demons have something to do with it because it seems like she seems to have the most aggressive attitude towards them. Like her alone, even with the idea of knowing that she has killed more demons, is like that type of hatred for something doesn't get born out of nowhere. Something happens to you before you get to that point. Like you just don't sit there and hate one thing for this long, and you don't have some kind of like you know chip on your shoulder about it. And maybe she doesn't. Maybe she just flats out gets a kick out of killing demons. I don't know. Um, because it does seem like she doesn't trust them, and she seems to. Like she even tells Himmel that they just lie, with their voices. It's just like I don't know. Something seems off about that. Now I'm thinking about it. It's like I wonder if there's something that happened to her in the past of a demon. That's like possible that maybe something happened to her and a demon lied to her. Like I'm just making huge assumptions because I don't know. It was just an interesting thought with the whole demon thing. I'm still not expecting much from Aura. I'm probably gonna go in. I'm definitely going in the episode. Watch it when I watch it. Of like not expecting a lot or anything. I'm happily expecting to turn the episode on and immediately she's dead. I'm like, well, that didn't go in as intended. But that's disappointing. I wanted to know more about Aura, but now she's dead. Like I'm expecting to be disappointed.
Yeah.
It's like, there's so much character potential there, and we're just gonna get them killed. No, but okay. Enough with my depressed rambling. We're gonna end it here. We're at 12 o'clock, I think. Good night, everybody, and I will see you either Tuesday or Wednesday for what I'm streaming then, and then here with Spear on Thursday for maybe one of the last two Metroid streams. I don't know. I won't know until Thursday. Because I got all the keys by now. I need to do extra stuff, and I think there might be some like item upgrade collecting too that I need to do. So we'll see what happens when we get to Thursday. And after that, we'll be here for the podcast again with my depressed ramblings on the next episode.
Hmm.
I want to keep on calling it depressed rambling. I truly am just like after having my ego deflated on the demon thing, I'm just like, man, this sucks. I'm still enjoying the show. It just like I'm just now it's like, well, definitely not going where I would have liked it to go with the demon thing, but maybe I'll be shocked. Maybe bring something in cooler than them. But we'll see. Good night, everybody.
Good